Get your hands high like, put them in the skylight. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Take it to the top, competition getting crushed like. Get your hands high like, put them in the skylight. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Take it to the top, competition getting crushed like. Hey yo, it's cinematic like a movie and it just don't change. I make you see the picture clearly like a baseball game. Know you heard of me, burn the track like a third degree. The plot is getting thick like DR chips after the surgery. That's word to me. Raise the highest bar to hyperboles. Mentally a genius and I'm fiendish, kinda sturdy, B. The feet they all wait, they saying they ain't worthy. The beat I just ate like Kobe's old jersey. Hey yo, it's one for the money and two for the show. See, I'm focused, they'll never let me go. Hey, you knows this, we never gon' stop. And you don't want no more, you. Hey yo, it's one for the money and two for the show. See, I'm focused, they'll never let me go. Hey, you knows this, we never gon' stop. And you don't want no more, you don't want no more. Hey yo, I'm a monster, they be knowing my steeds. My money come in bundles like when chicks be buying they weaves. And if I gotta battle you, then I'ma do that with ease. Like vacations up on the beach, by default, that's a breeze. I'm saying, slay, relaying, they got it. Flow in the pocket, they shoot like a rocket. I'm saying, nice with the metaphors and the similes. Sparks be the best up on the microphone, the end and beat. Hey yo, it's one for the money and two for the show. See, I'm focused, they'll never let me go. Hey, you knows this, we never gon' stop. And you don't you. Hey yo, it's one for the money and two for the show. See, I'm focused, they'll never let me go. Hey, you knows this, we never gon' stop. And you don't want no more, you don't want no more. True.
What is good, everybody? Welcome to Happy Tuesday. It is another great Tuesday with a large 11-game slate. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Just thought I had some time today, so I thought I would hop in here and talk some games and look at some props and just share my screen with you and kind of look at some stats. So thank you for tuning in. I know it's normal Tuesday afternoon, but let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, everybody, happy Tuesday, whether you're celebrating titties, tacos, or getting tore back. I'm glad you could meet me today on this fine Tuesday afternoon, whether you're streaming on YouTube, Instagram. Actually, I'm not streaming to Instagram because it only gives you that weird vertical look and you can't see any of my stats when I'm sharing my screen. So please tune into YouTube or X. So just going to give it a few minutes to let people get in here. I'm going to post that I'm live on a few of my social medias. So give me about a minute and then we will get into it. Glad you guys could all tune in with me on this Tuesday. Yep, that's shared there. But yeah, we got a great 11 game slate today. Got puck drop in a little over 3 hours, a little under 3 hours, I should say. It's quarter after now, so I got everybody notified. X, YouTube. But yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it. Like I said, my name is Exotic Wagers. Thank you for tuning in to another one of my live streams. I plan on just running down the board real quick, going through a few of the plays that I pulled out that I liked last night. I really haven't settled on any sides or totals yet. I did drop a few player props. Well, if you're in the Legacy Discord, you know I typically cap overnight and get my notifications in the middle of the night. So sorry if I woke you up, but yeah, I dropped some plays this morning at 3 a.m. I got about, I think, 6 or 7 plays currently on my card. All are props, player props. And I'm going to run down this slate and go through my notes. A lot of these plays are actual official plays for mine, and a lot of them are just leans. But at the end of the video, I'll tell you exactly which one I'm going to give you that's an actual free play. That's an official play. I actually have a 3-unit play today as well. I do have a 2-unit, 3-leg, 2+ shot on goal parlay. So, yeah, like I said, before I get into this, if you would do me the favor and like my channel, subscribe to this channel, turn on your notifications, give me a like. Look, make a comment down below. Let me know what you would like to see, what you don't like to see, and any content you would like for me to put out. I do plan on putting out a better betting video where I just go through bankroll management and kind of how I bet and how you should bet and follow your unit structure and sizes like we always preach in the Legacy Discord. Also, I am part of the Legacy Sports Discord. We have multiple cappers in there giving out plays on multiple major sports every day for just $14.99 a month. You can also sign up on the WAP link, whether it is on Instagram or anything else. But yeah, we have a WAP link there where you can sign up for a free 14-day pass. Wise guys. I definitely know you know what bankroll management is. So, but yeah, thank you for tuning in. Like I said, I'm just going to run down the slate, give you some. There's a lot of plus money I like on the board. I don't know if it's a trap or not, but definitely like the numbers and the statistics behind the plays that I pulled today. But, there's a lot of plus money. I didn't, typically with shot on goal props, you tend to have to lay a little bit of juice. I typically won't play anything more than a -145, but average, I would say, is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of -130. If you can catch a trend early enough, you can catch it in plus money and ride it out until it's no longer playable. A lot of the times that's what I do. In hockey, you get players that go on hot runs. And then typically sometimes get cold. So it all depends on the matchup too. Some players love to play against certain teams. But yeah. So, all right, let's get into it on this first game. Or actually, sorry, let me share my screen. You can also follow me on Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok, although I don't post very much on TikTok. Instagram, I'm a shitty salesman, as you would like to say, but I tend to like to just focus on trying to get the best plays out there, not so much content. But so let's get into this share screen content. If you want to look here, let's get down. First matchup here is the Philadelphia Flyers versus the Columbus Blue Jackets. Best line you can find right now at Sports Trade is -115. Favored for the Flyers. I actually leaned the Flyers in this matchup. I just think it's a good spot for them. They've been playing pretty hard, keeping games close. I feel like I think Harrison today is back in net. Let me look real quick, see if he's been confirmed. Yeah, it looks like Harrison versus Elvis. So I still like that. that matchup, in my opinion, I lean. Oh, sorry, to the wrong. I do lean Philly. I don't have a play on it yet. As for an over and under, I really don't like anything there. As for player props, there is one player prop I like in this game. He's actually been pretty consistent to this number. If we look down here at Joel Farabee, he's currently plus 132. I have it in my notes as plus 150. So definitely some monies came in on him. If you look at his last 10, he's covered this number in 8 of the last 10 matchups. And if you also look at his head to head, he's actually covered this on against the Blue Jackets. 8 of the last times, averaging 3.1 goals shots on goal per game. So I definitely like this matchup. I believe, let's see, Joel's a left winger. They are 11th. They give up the 11th least goals to forwards. Or Joel's playing. I think he's playing center though. Let me look at this. No, he's playing left winger. So, but yeah, I definitely like this matchup. Like I said, he has been on a tear. I believe he's also scored in the last couple games. Let's look at his last 10 games. Actually, you know what? Let's look at his splits. I'm pretty sure the splits favor him as well. So at home, he's 47%, covering 7 of 15 games. And he's 54%. So he's slightly better. He's actually covered this in 5 of the last 6 road games. 6 of the last 8. Or, yeah, 6 of the last 8 as well. So, it does look like he is shooting more on the road. Although he has covered 5 at home straight as well. But yeah, if you look at these stats, I definitely like him. And at plus money, I think the stats and odds are on our side. So it's definitely a play I like in this game. So let's move on to the next game where we got Carolina minus 469 favored against at home versus the San Jose Sharks. Do not put this in your parlay. I definitely see value at betting the Sharks at plus 432. I'm not on a side. I expect Carolina to murder them. I could, I think even the plus money, the puck line is crazy. Minus 1.5 is minus 179 over at Sugar House, which is I think the same as BetMGM. But yeah, that is some crazy numbers there. Yeah, no way it can stay on a side. Even the team total, I think, is juiced. Let's see. I looked at this last night. It's probably even worse today. Yeah, well, 4.5 at plus 119. I think that's. I mean, it is 5 goals. It is a lot. I mean, at that point, you might as well just take over 6.5, and as the game total, as I think the Sharks should probably get 1 or 2 goals maybe in this game. When we look at the matchup, I believe it is Markstrom or no. So Vitek Vanacek versus Prior Krachekov. I think Carolina definitely has the goalie advantage in this one. Vitek is 3-6 with 3.89 goals allowed per percentage. And you got Pryor, which is 11-4. He was hurt. I think he's back to full strength. I don't see him giving up very, very many goals in this game. But yeah, like I said, I'm not really on a side. If you were going to tell me anything, I got to take the I'm just gonna stick with props. Maybe take them in the first period. I actually think if you're gonna take anybody, you take San Jose in the first period because they're probably gonna come out guns blazing in the first 20 and then probably give up 6. So let's look at some props here. So there's a couple props I like in this game. First and foremost, we'll go with Macklin Salabrini here. And actually, I think the odds on this have gotten better. So last night when I was looking at this, it was minus 106. Today we're looking at plus 100. I mean, how could you not take this? I understand I could definitely understand why, uh, he's getting plus money because they're playing the Canes, a huge, better defensive team. Um, Definitely going to be limiting puck shots. But I mean, if you look at let's look at Celebrini last five. So we know that in these last two games between at Tampa Bay and at Florida, they got killed. Let's see, what was that score? I know it was a lot too little. I can definitely tell you that. Let's see. Sorry. Damn, I'm a week behind. So yeah, 3-1 and 8-1. So both of those games they got completely shelled. I think Florida plays a pretty good defensive game typically. Tampa Bay typically does as well. Um, but when you look at his last two games, it always seems like the second the Sharks start getting tumbled and they're down three or four, I feel like Macklin comes in and feels like he has something to prove or something to try to spark some ignite and get the team going. So in both of these last two games, you've seen it starting in the second period, even late to the first period, where Macklin just starts coming out and shooting. He's trying to get a point on the board. He's trying to generate some movement on the ice and trying to get the team, um, you know, trying to make a run to not get shut out. So I kind of feel like the game is going to go this way. I feel like maybe San Jose comes out a little strong, um, and then the Carolina Hurricanes just take off and kill them. Um, but yeah, if that happens, I feel like Macklin Celebrini at some point is going to get in that mode of he's going to have to do something. Um, I mean, and as we've seen lately, I mean, he's great on the ice. I think between Aho, I think he's playing on the first line, so he can be playing against Nikas and Aho. Pretty sure. Let's see before I don't want to mention anything incorrectly. So yeah, you got Aho, Nikas, Jarvis, Slavin, and Burns. And they moved Celebrini down to two. So Celebrini is going to be playing with Toffoli, and possibly Costin. Oh, and then they moved Eric Robinson up to line two. Last night when I was looking at this, Eric Robinson was down in line three. So um, I definitely like I said, Macklin Celebrini in this. Like I said, if you look at his overall total numbers on the season, he's hitting this at 14, 18 games, 78%. At home, I believe he's stronger at home. He is stronger at home, hitting in 7 straight in the last 8. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you look at those numbers in the last three games, he's had 4, 4, and 5, with shot attempts of 10, 7, and 6. So he's definitely shooting the puck. I think at plus 100, a great look for Macklin Celebrini in this matchup where I don't see them standing a chance, and they're going to be playing from behind. So why not him? Although Toffoli's been pretty good too. We can look at Toffoli's numbers. He's plus 140. He has covered in 3 of the last 5 versus them, but 50% on the season. Definitely has better road game splits. So he could also be a lean at plus 140. But if I'm going to go with anybody, I'm going to go with Celebrini. Now, if you're looking on the Carolina Hurricanes side, let me get caught up here real quick on some comments. Yep, they all say it. Don't put them in your damn parlays. That's all I can say. I even looked at I know the team total is at 3.5 or 4.5. So I was looking at maybe first to 4 or something like that. But even that shit was juiced. So the hell with that shit. What up, MMA? Hope you're doing well. Seeing you were cashing this weekend on some MMA tickets. That's great. Burns revenge game. Yeah, I definitely like that. Um, and that kind of leads me into my next play. I'm actually not on Burns, but I'm on the other defenseman for the Carolina Hurricanes at Shane Gottesbeer. So if we look at his numbers, it's not all that great. Um, Let me see his splits. I'm pretty sure his splits favor him at home. Yep, his splits definitely favor him at home at 54%. But what I'm really looking at is the matchup here. He's covered in 6 of the last 7 versus San Jose. But if you also look, I believe they're 32nd to defensemen and give up the most shots to defensemen in the league. Yeah, 32nd. So with him having that plus money, plus 150. Is that the same as last night? Yeah, it's still at plus 150. I like it. I believe he's down on the third line today. But I'm sure he's playing first power play. Yeah, so he's playing first power play. He is down on the third line playing with Stahl, Martin Hook, and Snevechikov. Martin Hook was actually had been covering 2 shots on goal. I didn't look at that today, but he was actually a pretty good lean not too long ago. But yeah, that's something like I said, let's get into the other side and one player I like over on the Carolina side, like I said, which was Gottesbeer. Also, if you like him, I like him for an assist. I believe it was minus 125. Let's see if it's moved today since then. No, it's still at minus 125. So he's had 3, 4, 5, 6 points in the last 6 games. If you look in his last 20, he's covered 12 of the last 20, 7 of the last 10. Then definitely really good at home, 7 straight. So I definitely like Gottesbeer at minus 125 for a point. I could also see him possibly getting a power play point. It's probably good money. Yeah, look at that. Plus 155. Definitely a good lean there. So, all right, I don't want to drag these on too much. Let's get into this next game, which is the Colorado Avalanche versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Colorado Avalanche are favored at minus 174. You got Pitt at home at plus 160. Not sure why I like this Pitt number. I definitely could see Avs winning this game, but I am not taking them at minus 174. I don't even trust that in a parlay, to be honest. If I'm going with anybody, it's Pitt or pass for me. Some player props I like in this game. I think I lean the over in this game. I could definitely see. I believe we have. Let's see. So we got Scott Wedgwood in net versus Tristan Jarry. Both of them, Jarry's, a 3.68 goals against, 5-3 record. You got Scott Wedgwood 3-3 with a 2.83. Just came over from the trade. So I guess I lean the over in this game. I could see the over in this game. But like I said, there's a lot of plus money and player props today that I really like. 2 player props I like in this game is somebody that just came back from injury. We got Ross Colton, which is, am I blind? He is right here. Shots on goal. So look at these numbers. 10 of the last 12 throughout the season. Like I said, he doesn't have that many games under his belt because he's just coming back from injury. At home, he's covered this 6 of the last 6, and then 4 of the last 6 on the road, which they are today. He also, when he came back, I believe he got 2 goals. 1 goal. But yeah, I definitely like this matchup. Like I said, Ross Colton over 2.5 shots on goal at plus 154. Was that? So I had it at plus 150 last night, but that was Bet365. I'm sure this plus 154 is over at FanDuel. So definitely like that matchup in this game. And then if you're looking on the other side, Chris Letang, I know this looks like shit, but yeah, if you look at this matchup, let's look at his history. Uh, Wait till you see this shit. So dude's been an absolute beast to cover the number in this matchup. Um, Averaging 4.2 shots on goal per game. We only need him to cover 3. I mean, he's got a couple 5s in there. He's got a 7, a 6. But yeah, I definitely like this matchup. Just seems like he shoots a lot. I mean, don't see a lot of goals, don't see a lot of assists or points. But just, shoots a lot, I guess. Likes to shoot against the Colorado Avalanche. Some player or some anytime goal scorers I liked in this game. Brian Rust, he's had 4 goals in the last 6 games versus Colorado. Definitely think he could pot one. Let's see what he's shooting like right now in the last 10. Definitely better at home. And I believe he's scored more at home too. Yeah, I mean 50% versus 20. Definitely shoots more at home. I like this matchup for him. And then also Crosby. I mean, it seems like Crosby and Makar are pretty good friends. They always tend to have good games against each other. But yeah, Crosby and Rust, anytime goal. Last night, the odds, I don't have the odds on Rust, but the odds on Crosby last night were plus 165. Let's see. Brian Rust is plus 210 over at Bet Rivers. And then we got Save the Kid. Plus 205 at Caesar. So I think you're getting good value on either one of those at over plus 200 odds. I had them written down at plus 165 last night. So I don't know. Maybe the lines weren't available. I was doing my cap in at, see, it was like 2 in the morning. So 4 Eastern. But yeah, and that's the other thing is a lot of the times I like to put my plays out real early in the morning, or I should say before I go to sleep. But a lot of the times there's a lot of like Bet Rivers, Desert Diamond, another sports book I look like. A lot of those plays don't come out until the evening, or at least the early mornings of the next morning. So sometimes I'm kind of hesitant because sometimes I can get better odds, but a lot of the times I know the public's going to be heavy on certain leans, and I try to get plays in there as soon as I can. So let's go ahead and get into this next game, which is Toronto, the New Jersey Devils. I really don't have a side yet on this game. I believe it's Markstrom versus Stolarz. Yeah, so I mean, I would lean Devils here. Like I said, I haven't really got into sides or totals. I only looked last night on player props because a lot of times for anybody that doesn't regularly bet hockey, betting hockey is like betting baseball. You're waiting on pitchers. You're waiting on goalies. Goalies are a lot of the game. Some guys, as Exotic Wagers likes to say, can't stop a beach ball. So, did I say Exotic Wagers or Wise Guys? Like Wise Guys likes to say, couldn't stop a beach ball. All right, lost my train of thought here. What are we playing? Oh yeah, here we go. New Jersey. So Toronto lost to Pitt, lost to Washington, deadbeat Nashville. Stinks right now. You should beat Nashville. You should beat Chicago. Beat Tampa Bay. Then on the other side, New Jersey beat Colorado. You should beat Colorado. Seattle, 3-2. Actually, Seattle, they're kind of like a dark horse right now. I think they're playing really good hockey. And yeah, they beat Seattle, but I think Seattle's playing good right now. And it was a 3-2 game. I don't think there was no open netters in that one. Nope, no open netters in that one. So it was a close game all the way through. Um, Rangers 5-1 beat them. Yeah, you should beat them. They're playing like shit right now. Washington 5-6. Definitely was able to score on Washington, keep up with Washington. I don't think that was an OV list game. I think that was an OV list game. Regardless, still played Washington, which is a really good team in my opinion right now this season. So I definitely like I like New Jersey. I don't like them at the minus 135. I'm probably not going to bet it. I don't think there's enough value there for me. I think this game could go either way. But if I, gun to my head, I'm leaning New Jersey. I'm pretty sure it's Markstrom versus Stellaris. Both goalies have been playing decent. Um, and I just expect Jersey to play. You got Toronto with one extra day rest advantage. Um, and Pitt's playing pretty good. Like I said, they lost to Pitt, but Pitt's been playing pretty good the last couple of games. So um, the only play I like in this game, give me Timo Meyer shots on goal. Dude's been good as of late. Also been really good versus the matchup. So let's look at his. We are home? Yeah, we are home. 50% on the season at home. 60% on the road. So he's slightly better on the road. He is at home. But he's another one of those ones that is just likes to play versus this team. Timo. Toronto. I mean, look at that. 6, 7, 6, 3, 4, 4. Did have a 0 here and a 4 and a 5. Pretty good as points and shots on goals. I definitely see. I could see him. I think the over 2.5 is way too juiced. So if you're gonna take it, you're gonna take it at 4+. 4+ last night was plus 162 on FanDuel. Like I said, a lot of plus money I like today. I'm only going to probably be on a couple sides on this 11 game slate. But let's go ahead and hop into this next one. I'm starting to run this long. We're at 33 minutes. I wanted to try to keep this down to 45 minutes. Sorry, I'm just looking at my camera to make sure I'm not overheating. With these high quality cameras come bullshit overheating. So, all right, let's get into this next game. We can just skip over this next game. LA Kings, New York Islanders, 7:30 Eastern. Did not like shit. I expect the Kings to win this game on the road, but they've been playing horrible on the road. Absolutely lights out at home. And the Islands, I have no idea what we're going to get from them. So it's a complete pass for me. Maybe the under. The under is favored at minus 127. I don't like that either. Maybe if it was under 6, I would like those odds at minus under 5.5. I want better odds than that. So let's completely skip that game over. Boston versus Winnipeg. I really don't have anything in this game yet either. I did like Morrissey over 2.5 shots on goal. He's covered this 6 in the last 7. Let me just show you this. Morrissey covered 6 in the last 7 games versus Boston, averaging 3.2 shots on goal per game. I believe his splits favor his away. That's probably why it's not an official play for me yet. But like I said, 6 of 7. I do like that matchup. Let's see. I mean, 6 to, yeah, maybe Charlie McAvoy. Yeah, I mean, Charlie McAvoy's good, minus 135. But at this rate, there's so many plus money plays on the board. I really didn't. I really didn't pick anything in this game. The only thing I have in my notes right here is Morrissey over 2.5 shots on goal plus 128. Bet 365 over six of the last 7 versus Boston. That's all I have in my notes. So, yeah. Onward. Let's go on to this next game. Calgary versus Nashville. Now this is a game I might dabble in. You're giving me plus 160 for Calgary playing a shitty ass Nashville team that can't win a game. I don't know how they are at home. Let's look at this real quick. So you guys are kind of going through my cap and progression at the same time. Unless I have a heavy lean or I can see the goalie rotation and know what goalie I'm getting, I'm not betting a team overnight. Or if I think the public's going to be heavily on them, then maybe I might take them because I think it's a bettable line. I just did that. I believe it was yesterday. Who did I bet on yesterday? Hold on, now I got to know. I took it early because I knew that the line was going to move. Man, I lost my mind. Canadians. And they won in overtime, but I got it at minus 132. I believe it closed at like minus 150, 160. That's definitely not a playable line for me. Like I said, I don't like to lay more than minus 145. I have laid minus 150 before a few times, but it's only in a specific spot, and I'm definitely not laying it for probably more than a unit unless it's a complete good spot for me. But like I said, minus 145 is usually my limit. 148, but I ain't getting to 150. But like I said, I think I took. I want to say like I took a Austin Matthews anytime goal in Arizona for his 70th goal or something like that. It was like minus 150. I'm like, there's no way he's not getting a goal. I think I took it straight, and I think I put it in a parlay. But that's like the most I've ever laid. All right, getting into this back Calgary-Nashville game. Got Nashville 5-6 and 2 at home, 7-15 and 6 at home season record. You got Calgary 13-10 and 5 with an away record of 3-7 and 4. I really don't like that. That's probably why we're getting pretty good odds. But I mean, Calgary's won 3 of the last 4, had a shutout. Wow, about 3 weeks ago. If you look at Calgary's Calgary's been playing horrible. But I mean, Nashville's just as bad. I don't know. If you're asking me, I'm taking Calgary. There's no way I'm laying minus 175 with Nashville. Yeah, you got to take it. You got to take it, in my opinion. You got to take Calgary. Or you take the over. I mean, I think it's Saros. Yeah, Saros versus Voladar. So, I mean, Saros has been pretty solid. Hasn't had a really good defense playing in front of him, but he's been solid. So, 2 plays I do like in this game. I like Kadri over 3.5 shots on goal. Backlund over 2.5 shots on goal. Those are probably the only 2 plays I like in this game. I don't have any statistics written down for that, but I'm sure if you pull it up, it's going to look good. 8 of the last 15. Better on the road. Yeah, 50% at home. Definitely could see him putting up 4 at least. And then you got where is he? Right here, Michael Backlund. 6 of the last 10. So both of these two weren't official plays, but like I said, I do like this matchup. Moving on to the next game. Got the Tampa Bay Lightning traveling to play the Edmonton Oilers. Tampa Bay come into this game 14-9-2 with an away record of 6-5-1. They haven't been playing good on the road, but they have been winning a few games more recently that have made those numbers or trends a little bit better. Edmonton 15-10-2 at home, 7-6-1. Definitely not the type of record they want to see at home. I think when you think of Edmonton, you always think of Edmonton playing really good at home. 7-6-1 record. I don't think McDavid or Draisaitl would be happy about that, or Knobloch, and that fact. But looking at Tampa Bay, they've won their last 2 games. They beat the Canucks 4-2. San Jose 8-1. I feel like that's going to be a Carolina game tonight. 8-1. Toronto, they lost to Toronto at home 3-5. Nashville, they won in overtime 3-2. I'm sure that was a Stamkos revenge game. So, been playing good. Edmonton, they beat the Blues 4-2. They beat the Blue Jackets 6-3. Lost to Vegas 1-0. Beat Colorado. Beat Utah. Beat Rangers. For me, it's Tampa Bay or nobody. I believe it's Vasilevsky versus Skinner. Yeah, Vasilevsky versus Skinner. Neither goalie is confirmed. Kind of waiting on that information. Gonna try to maybe take Tampa Bay right before or right at when they're announcing the goalies in that one. Try to get the most value or odds out of that look. Like I said, it's currently, I don't know what the odds are right now. Let's see. Plus 135 at Sugar House, minus 144 over at Sports E-Trade. If you're on the Edmonton side, I definitely don't like Edmonton at minus 144 playing a Tampa Bay Lightning team that has Kucherov back. I'm pretty sure there isn't very many injuries on this. Maybe Hedman Point I also like. Yeah, just Sorelli's out. You guys still got Arvidsson on IR, and same thing with Evander Kane. Yeah, Geeky's been hot. Gensel has been hot. Point has been hot. You got Kucherov back. 2 player props I love in this game. Give me Kucherov and McDavid for 4+ shots on goal. Both of those plays are plus money. Kucherov last night was plus 145. Let's see where he is at now. $136. So I had him at plus 145 last night. His numbers came down to plus 136 if you're looking at Connor McDavid. I had him at plus 128. He's now at plus 120. Probably lots of money coming on those two. I think the stats definitely showed those 2 players playing very good against that. Look at Edmonton. You got covering the over 2.5 of the last 5 of the last 6, but also covered that 3.5. Like I said, take them at 3.5. Of same thing, 5 of the last 6. If you're going to look at McDavid, same thing. Look at that. Is actually covered 5 or more in the last 5 of the last 6. So definitely a good matchup for him. I think, when he plays Tampa Bay, he's always got to bring it because he knows they're going to bring it. Connor McDavid's been more recently better at home. He's actually missed 3 straight on the road, but if you look at the season, he hasn't missed more than 3. This first time he's missed 3 straight at home. So definitely looking for him to break that trend. and at plus money for either one of these is definitely a good look in my opinion. Um, so let's go over to our next one. Sorry, I'm kind of a little scatterbrained on this one, but it was, I think I had 2 hours when I decided I was actually going to drop a free play video, and I was off of work today and decided I was going to do that, and then I figured, well, if I have the time, I might as well just hop on and run through the slate and kind of go through my notes. And I'm actually kind of giving you everything that's in my notes. So everything from the notes that I made my card from. So I may, I'm going to kind of speed this up a little bit because I actually have a lot more plays to go through, but I want to kind of keep this within 45 minutes, and it's already been 45 minutes. So let's keep it at under an hour. But, like I said, I definitely lean Tampa Bay in this game. I wouldn't be taking Edmonton. Going down to the next game, we got Minnesota versus Utah. This is a game where I want to take Utah, but I could also see Minnesota coming in here and just, I don't think Utah. So Utah's coming off a loss, 1-4 to the Kings. I could definitely see Kirill Kaprizov netting one in this matchup. I also like his over 3.5 shots on goal. It was minus 141 at Caesars. I don't know if that line has moved. Another player that has been hot as of at least at home is Dylan Gunther, over 2.5 shots on goal at plus 100. That bet 365. All of these numbers are from last night. I don't know if they've been updated or not, or have moved one way or the other, and I don't want to kind of go through them. It's kind of, so I'm going to just kind of speed through these. I actually had Vejmelka under saves. Utah's been playing some pretty good defense. And then you also got Harrison Eck that is on the injury report. So I didn't have a line last night. Let me see. I don't even know if Vejmelka's been confirmed. If he hasn't been confirmed, we're not going to have. You're not going to have. Oh, yeah, we got a line. Oh, saves are at over 24.5. I was hoping it was going to be like 27 and taken under. But it looks like the books are expecting low shots as well. So I don't like that look anymore. And then somebody else that has been pretty hot is Logan Cooley, over 2.5 shots on goal. I'm sure that's plus money. The only thing that kept me off that play is his splits. His splits definitely favor him on the road. Kind of seems like Gunther is the guy at home. Cooley is on the guy on the road. They play on the same line. So if you look at Gunther, home splits 55, 44. If you look at Cooley, home, doesn't shoot, away, shoots. So typically when I'm going to go for one or the other, that's kind of how I make my choices between those two players. Pretty sure they're still playing on the same line. Line 2, I believe. Yeah, Cooley, McBain, and Gunther. McBain, I mean, he's been netting some as of recent. So I could even see him netting one. But if I'm taking anybody to net one, Gunther, Kaprizov. Yeah, those two. Gunther, Kaprizov. I mean, Bukestad might have good value. I mean, Matthias Machelli is a facilitator, or even Kraus. Yeah. If I'm looking at line 3 to see anybody shoot or at least score, it would be Bukestad or Kraus. I'm sure you can probably get plus 400 on either one of those players. Let's see, Nick Bukestad. Goal. Plus 440. What else did I say? Bukestad or Lawson Kraus. Probably 5, yeah, plus 525. So definitely good value on those two, like I said. But if I'm going for anybody, I'm going for Gunther, Kaprizov. Next game, Florida, Seattle. 3 words. Montour revenge game. 8 p.m. This is the first game. Brandon Montour is going back to Florida to play with his previous team. I mean, I honestly like Kraken in this matchup. Plus 167. Panthers could win by a field goal. But Kraken at home. I believe that's where they're playing their better hockey. Like I said, a lot of the times in the Discord. Also, too, just a reminder, free 14-day pass for the Legacy Sports Discord. Links in the bio. And then after that, it's only $14.99 a month. So definitely good value for us. We cover all sports: baseball, basketball, football, hockey, golf, tennis. And then sometimes we get crazy and throw some other plays in there. But definitely, like I said, $14.99 a month. I don't recommend for our subs to tail everybody because the volume can get kind of high. But depending on what you bet and what you like, you could be, following Taze or TT if you like baseball, basketball. We got T's golf picks in there, giving out golf picks weekly versus, whether it's the European leagues, PGA League. He also does live every now and then. Same thing with women's or tournaments or whatever the case may be. But we cover all sports, just $14.99 a month. Definitely a profitable Discord. Got Bearded Goat giving tennis plays out. Yeah, $14.99 a month. Can't beat it. Also, we're also active in the Discord. We got a very good, great community where we all kind of help each other out, answer questions. Definitely a great Discord to be in. So, like I said, Seattle is my lean in this game. I also like the over 5.5. I believe we got Discord. Let me look. I don't think he's been. Well, yeah, it's Discord versus Bobrovsky. So definitely two better goalies or decent goalies in my opinion. But I expect this game to be fast and played very aggressively. Brandon Montour point, Brandon Montour goal, Brandon Montour assists, shot on goal. He has been lights out shots on goal. So I definitely like that. Gustav Forsling over 1.5 shots on goal. I don't believe the 1.5 is playable, but this is a playable line to be laddered to 2 or 3, or I'm sorry, 3 or 4. So definitely like that. Jaden Swartz over 1.5 shots on goal. I also like that as well. He's been also great. But yeah, so in this game, like I said, for me it's Seattle or pass. Yeah. All right. Moving on to the last game of the night, St. Louis Blues versus the Vancouver Canucks. We have the return of Thatcher Demko coming back from injury. This will be his first game back. You got Joe Hofer playing for the St. Louis Blues. Yeah, I've seen a spark in the St. Louis Blues with the coach change, and they've been playing pretty good. I actually like St. Louis in this spot. I know you got Thatcher Demko coming back, amazing goalie. Could be cold in his first game back. I definitely wouldn't be taking Vancouver at minus 175. Jake DeBrusk has been hot, over 2.5 shots on goal. Dylan Holloway has been hot. I believe he's scored like 3 goals in the last 4 games or something like that. Something crazy. But definitely the line move has been working in his opinion. I mean, in his favor. So 2, 3, 4, 5 goals in the last 4 games. Somebody definitely to look out, and at plus 400, great value on there for him. But like I said, he is playing against Thatcher Demko, and could definitely see him netting one. I like that. So as far as the side, for me it's St. Louis or nobody. Again, not taking Vancouver. Although I guess Vancouver hasn't been playing at home. Vancouver's been lights out on the road. Lincoln has been lights out on the road. I believe he's 10-1, 11-1, something like that. Um, but yeah, St. Louis or nobody. We are at nearing the 1 hour mark. So, like I said, I wanted to try to keep this under an hour. But let's get into my free play for the day. Which play am I going to give you? The hell with it. If you've tuned into this and you're still listening from the very beginning, or you're watching this back and still catching this, or have caught this free play in this 1 hour video, then applaud to you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to give you my 3-unit play. We are going with Joel Farabee over 2.5 shots on goal at plus 150. Like I said, he's covered this 8 in the last 10, 9 of the last 11 versus the Blue Jackets. I absolutely love this play in this matchup. I could definitely see him being laddered to maybe even 4. But at over 2.5 at plus 150, I absolutely like this matchup for him. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, I am your host, Exotic Wagers. Please make sure that you like, subscribe to this channel, turn on those notifications, make a comment down below, tell me what I'm doing like shit, tell me what I'm doing right. Like I said, Legacy Sports Discord, links in the bio, $14.99 a month, free 14-day pass for any first-time subscriber through WAP. You can also follow me on these handles down below, Twitter, Instagram, X, all at Exotic Wagers, TikTok. Eventually, at some point when I get more time on my hands, I will start posting more. Like I said, I'm a shitty marketer, but it's a lot of the times it's because I'm trying to focus on my plays and making sure that the Discord is getting the best knowledge and the best attention from me, and that I do a very good job. So, like I said, everybody, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to try to do a lot more of these. Like I said, I think this is my second live or second video in a week. So I am getting better. It's better than a few weeks in between. I'm going to try to at least try to do this twice a week. Maybe give out plays twice a week. And then do a live once a week. Having a total of 3 times a week. I definitely want to get more content out there. Also, if you do run a YouTube podcast and are looking for more people to just appear on your show, maybe talk some hockey, go back and forth. I'm not looking to publicize my Discord or anything. I just want to talk some hockey. And you know, I talk in my Discord a lot with a lot of our cappers and our subscribers. But I'd love to hop on YouTube and maybe a few podcasts and just talk some hockey with some guys that also love to talk about hockey and know hockey. So like I said, thank you for tuning in. Hope to catch you on the next one. And from now, we'll say peace.